Today, I'm taking you on a journey through the Tibetan Refugee Colony in Dalhousie, a place where Tibetan refugees have been living since 1959. We will explore their lives, their traditions and the legacy they have carried with them. But first, let me show you where I stayed. This charming little guest house is run by the Tibetan Handicraft Center here in Dalhousie. It's cozy, welcoming, and even has a restaurant where guests can enjoy traditional Tibetan meals. Now let's head into the colony. This is the Handicraft Center I mentioned earlier. Though carpet weaving was once a thriving industry here, today it continues on a smaller scale, preserving the art that has been passed down through generations. And as you know, in 1959, after the forceful occupation of the Tibet by the Chinese forces, Tibetan refugees began arriving in India, following the footsteps of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The government of India welcomed His Holiness with open arms and ensured the safety and well-being of the thousands of Tibetan refugees who crossed the Himalayas into India. In that same year, the Indian government established this handicraft center in Dalhousie to train the Tibetan refugees in traditional Tibetan crafts, helping them to rebuild their lives. Under the supervision of the Indian Cooperative Union, they learned skills like the carpet weaving, cotton and blanket weaving, metalwork, tailoring, painting, carpentry, and even shoemaking. In 1962, the center was handed over to His Holiness the Dalai Lama at the Indian government's initiative, and in 1975, it was relocated to this current site. While exploring the colony, I had the privilege of meeting two elderly gentlemen who once worked at this very center. Their stories are a living testament to the resilience and the spirit of the Tibetan people.
Jambal Lanzo and Mamma Kaji Kulu, Kaji Jati, Moto Kaji, Dalos level. Kick out the Kaso, send it on the wire, Judah Noni near Tava Namatava Mamutu. And then was a thunder Zodala, Taylor, Kabaljatani, Gagin, Ganda Yibarwa, Kenzo, Ango Zodi, Namada. Jordan Dubai Praja, Hama. You met the dimmer. All time, the Bazama Tito. Should this on the airport Jedwa or Tigati. That is good then, and then Ambadar Potis and there. I need the Zoda the Jenny the Duck, Cato, Lizzie, the Chegita, go to Casa. So go. Of course, what the Sergeant mean and to buy a port.
Think of the Levachi to Laza Hazena.
Mama, put a day to go up. Nimada said, Anna Juni. That is you, Galegaria, to get a drone, or to get a drone, thank you.
Think of the Namika.
You didn't took them away well.
Take it the dollars, take it by the dollars, Mambo. Kangatoni, Send some to the Judah Nami and the Ganga Yitonga de Kitata do. Don't I get Tata? So don't the Tapra Dempra what to put a city Amrata.
Dig up the Dalhousie, Dale and Kedadosta, Handiroji.
Gloria Lama, Lokaji Generation, Lokaji dance or the Dendacho, the Daloso on Tombo, getting Kaji.
At the heart of the colony is a small clinic next to a community park where elders gather to walk, talk and share stories. This school, once known as the Central School for Tibetans, CST Dalhousie, was originally run by the Indian government before it was handed over to the Central Tibetan Administration. Yes, is the Dalhousie. Kela, that things are seriously the loss of 2 years. You but you don't just on the long of Chuko Diggle and not the lane, but generations could be chicken also. Did you know what don't want to rest? A consensus regular. A TBS. Was a level there. I think Killer Kuch is going to dig a carina. House there. Not me. What did you put your lane? You don't know my daily combat. You sing comes in loud. The combo had a near. But you did top down it. You would shoot of you. If I do the top down, they learn how to go in the Dangmon over the day they get a boo booming. They say, we should bring up your inside your mark. You come by the she said, Kill a pig is in my something. I mean, you can't dig on the guitar. You're going to put on your gun. You can't desert. You can't desert. Boom comes in Rose JC. He showed JC, he showed the Rose, and it lasts some Buddha, Himalayas, they do on there. Who comes the soon as you who comes the soon? Boom comes in. That land house, I think it's chamber, legend, so much. Chiranji, that did not all against. Regular living get easy there, but condition of Pandis injury, talking to what nothing just in the Koran. And then we do love this pushing. That's why you go to it. That's just someone in that. Cannot say, let's put a chance of them part or watching it. Sadly, the school is now closed due to the declining Tibetan refugee population in India. The flow of Tibetans into India has decreased significantly since the last Tibetan uprising and China's heavy crackdown in 2008. The low birth rate among Tibetan refugees in exile and the migration of many to the West are also contributing factors. Just beyond the colony is a small Tibetan Buddhist temple nestled among Tibetan homes. Unlike other temples, this one is quite unassuming at first glance, but it holds great significance. This temple is one of the 2 re-established Tibetan tantric colleges in exile. ngab chung agu ji la chu zenju na chu jowa ne chen an ngo de chu Dalhousie la chu pe 아니 디 안다 교토기 공바 춘춘치 나로 안다 제가 지마 아니 영업중 어굴로라 안다 땅은저 배사촌 저용되고라 아니 박살라다 박살랑한테 추가디 존에 치수 아니 비엘라 직 차외 겸바다 안데 진 튕겐다 간지돌라 차와다 안데 직 트레마토치네 아니 교토메데 주 달라우스 주변에 안데 교토기 공바데 아니 디 캠보 안 통만디 한다 방금 두고 기 나요래 아니 교토기 캠보 근데 공바 춘춘치도 강바도 스샤 On my way back to the guest house, I came across a candlelight vigil organized by Tibetan NGOs in Dalhousie. This event commemorates the kidnapping of the 6-year-old pensioned Rinpoche by the Chinese government after he was officially recognized by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. His whereabouts, along with his families, remain unknown to this day. The vigil is a call for international support to pressure China into releasing him, the youngest political prisoner in the world. As I sat down to reflect on the day, I couldn't help but think of the first generation of Tibetans who came into exile. The struggles and sacrifices have given us the opportunity to live, dream, and achieve what they once hoped for. We are forever grateful to the Government of India and its people for their unwavering support in our struggle for freedom. We are proud and honored to call India our second home. Thank you, India. Oh, here we are, Kajiyar. Now this is Kajiyar. Beautiful.